get the angle in from the side.
And looking at KP, this makes me wonder how the last fight would have gone if he would have gone for a different item build than the Boots of Travel first. I know it's a build a lot of Phantom Lancer players like to get just because of how you can push out lanes and control them out,
forward here.
Fight impact not so high.
He's been spotted out. March, QO Nuts hiding in the trees. Which way is this fight going to go? Charge up to the Nuts. Laguna Blade. But the tombstone's been dropped down. They need to do something about this. The Death Ward is doing a lot of silent with the Mana Void. Will cancel the channeling. Nuts is having to run now. Yoku is doing so much. They just can't do anything about the Undying. They'll finally be able to take down the tombstone. But it's already a double kill for Resolution. Silent and Resolution still sitting at full health. Febby having to get himself out of there. Can't do anything. And again, the Undying in these team fights doing so much for Empire, making it impossible for MVPs to fight into. They do get 2 kills in return, but they lose a core on their own end and the Witch Doctor on top of it, and will also lose this tier 1 here in the mid lane.
It's so crucial that Silent has identified the problem in the previous team fights, which is the Witch Doctor. He jumps on him.
Febby, can he get this one off? Resolution? Oh, the charge! Just in time from March, but it's not going to be enough to kill Febby. Now he just turns around, gets the tracks out. Empire not able to find the kill there, but still, Empire bring themselves right back into this game, and Silent on his anti-mage, 13,000 net worth now, coming up to 4,000 ahead of KP's PL. This is looking a little bit scary now for MVP. Oh, they find a courier. It had the Shadow Amulet on there for Yoku, so KP will say thank you very much.
Febby gets a ward here as well, so a little bit more claim. This game is very even right now, and it's going to come down to, okay, so Nuts is going to farm the Axe now. We did expect him to get it sub 24, but well, he's been losing a couple of fights as Silent has started targeting him out. But with the Axe Scepter Death Ward, if they get one fight where he does not get immediately jumped on by the Anti-Mage, he can completely destroy them. He needs to find some sort of hidden spot in the trees where he can channel it from.
It's gonna be hard.
It doesn't even matter how many, when you have Axe, Death Ward changes in the sense that you just need to hit one target, because it will automatically bounce to the others. Before Axe, you need to consider, okay, the target you're hitting first, but what if he runs away? Who can you hit afterwards? But it's just the first few bounces until a target runs away can deal so much damage. Like if Death Ward hits for just a second in a team fight, it's more than 1,000 damage from just bounces.
Now Silent's farming so well, and with this tower gold as well, it's going to be very, very hard for MVP to kind of catch up to him. They need to find some good fights. I mean, we did see the KPPL. Yeah, he's okay. So he's got the finished diffusal blade now. So
this is a big item.
Yeah, he's in a much better position when they do start to find themselves in the engagements.
This is the item that allows PL to kill Anti-Mage. When Anti-Mage blinks in aggressively, if you catch him off guard with your Purge and then just run in with multiple illusions and drain all his mana, he's in trouble. And in this game, Silent does not have a magic wand or any sort of way of regaining mana during the fight. If they catch him off guard, that could be really strong. Of course, they do have 2 Arcane Boots. In the heat of the moment, it's pretty difficult to call for something like that and get them used to blink out. Your timing window is also very small if you've got like 8 illusions hitting you, so...
I mean, you just look at Silent now, level 18, he's got the Manta style complete. And this is in comparison to a level 14 PL. I mean, the difference is just paramount between these two. And Silent doing so much for the team. Well, the team as a whole, Empire, they had a really rough early game, but as soon as we came into these mid-game fights, every time on top. Oh, the snowball's coming in, Bounty's all alone. That's the gem. That's the gem. Oh my goodness, it couldn't have been any better for Empire. They get all the good ones as well. March coming in with the charges. Did you really want to try and fight this? He's got KP here with the Diffusal Blade. The Tombstone has been dropped. They will find the Bane here. Can MVP find anything more? Q there with the Yules cancelling Aloha Dance's TP. They should be able to find this test with the Laguna Blade in the face. They'll finish him off as well. Double kill for KP. So they lose Febby on the bounty, but they find 2 in trade.
And they also lost their gem. Silent picked it up and got out of there. So I still want to call that a net win for Empire. It was also just 2 supports they lost, so yeah, that's good enough for them for now. Silent will continue to farm really fast. He's got his hands on a double damage rune, doesn't hurt. Oh, hurts a lot. I mean, know what I mean.
What does Silent go for? He's got 2,500 gold on him, on top of this Manta style. What's he thinking about now at this point? What does he need against MVP's lineup?
I don't know if this is a BKB game for him. It's obviously nice to be able to stop the stun of Lina, but ultimately she will probably be looking for an Axe to just pierce it with her ult anyway. So you might just consider in this case to go for a Heart and just be really, really tanky. We've seen Silent do it in a previous AM game as well. He went for, I think, Heart Butterfly is his items after this inventory. Wouldn't mind seeing that here. It also allows him to man up against the PL. I think if he goes Butterfly first, he might be a little bit too susceptible to spells still. But on the other hand, it also protects him against Death Ward, so, difficult to say here what his choice is going to be. We'll see very soon. He's got 3k gold. So. I do not like the idea of Abyssal, if that's what he's thinking. I think that's too aggressive, and it can backfire a little bit too hard, although it is great against PL. He needs to be able to stay alive. If he dies in the fight's over, I think. It's very difficult to see the 4 remaining heroes of Empire winning a team fight when Resolution doesn't have a Deso. We're 30 minutes and he's gone really defensive build. Blink BKB. Very.
Oh, they're going to jump on this one. Hold back, Silent. Now with a charge from March, MVP actually being the ones that want to try and take this fight. Yoka getting Laguna Blade down. The Mana Void's big though. QI's going to fall. He's going to go down, but they've already lost 2 on the side of Empire. Can MVP find anything more here? March out of mana. Nurse trying to move himself in with the casket. There's your Death Ward onto Silent. Silent trying to blink away, but the bounce is there. Holding him in place. Silent and Lower Dodge trying to get themselves out. KP's going to chase this here. Has got Diffusal Blade charges left, so should be able to find more. March with the charge here onto the Resolution TA. And the Lower Dodge trying to TP out. The cask is there. They'll be able to find themselves the Tusk. It's a mega kill streak here for KP. And it's just Resolution and Silent getting themselves out to safety, but everyone else falling. And MVP only losing the Lina there.
Yeah, she respawned so fast. She had, I think, 14 Bloodstone charges, maybe 13. Gets back quickly. And this is a Roche too. Now, MVP cannot afford to make the mistake they did last time. This time they really need to make sure they finish it off. They can kill it faster as well. PL has got a lot of damage since then, so is Lina relative to Roshan's growth. I know I said last time there's no way Empire make this. There's no way they make it this time.
This time it's a free Roche here for MVP. They get themselves the Aegis onto Cure on the Lina. 24 to 18, 29 minutes in. I imagine the difference in net worth, yeah, still bang around 0. This is a very, very close game that could still go either way. It's going to be pretty much a question of whether Silent on his anti-mage can carry harder than KP on his PL.
We might reach a situation when Empire will be unable to win team fights in the late game. I think it's going to be pretty difficult for them to fight with, even though they have AM and TA, fighting into, they really don't have good PL counters. Yes, anti-mage with Battle Fury is decent, but come late enough into the game, it's just not enough, in my experience. So I think they could have a problem there. There's also, of course, the Spirit Breaker, which counters AM nicely the entirety of the game. You always have the reliable lockdown, and Undying will fall off. So it's possible Empire will have to play a split push game, where Resolution and Silent both get Boots of Travel and try to bait MVP into a bad position and just trade buildings.
This game, yeah, it's certainly excelled to a point where we're going to have some very kind of edge on the seat between the two sides with the pushes coming. And as we just saw there, Nuts now on the Witch Doctor has finished off his Aghanims. Isn't going to be as quick as the other day, as he did have a little bit of a slower later mid-game after we saw him get a good start to the build. And of course, worth noting, of course, Bounty Hunter with the Guardian Greaves now coming to 1,500 gold on top of it as well. And they're looking for a smoke here, MVP. March leading the way with a charge straight onto Yoku. They realise that the Undying is the issue as long as they can stop him from getting anything out. But the Nightmare Dodge there coming out. He actually duped off the damage as well. He's alive, he's in the snowball. The Death Ward doing so much though with the Aghanims. Look at the bounces go. They're looking for Silent, the Light Strike onto Silent. He can't blink out. Can they kill him? There's going to be the Ult as well, holding it in place. Can he get himself out? No! Double kill for KP. Empire losing 3 heroes off the back of that fight.
No buyback on Silent. He bought Eagle's Song. They're going to lose Rax here.
Oh, this is terrible for Empire. 70 seconds without the anti-mage. Up to the high ground. MVP go. Can they do it here? The team that were able to take down Newbie in the first round, moving forward to taking down Empire in a potentially a 2-0, unless Empire could do anything spectacular here. 60 seconds still without the anti-mage. The pushing power is pretty strong here from MVP. They'll at least be able to take a set of racks here in the mid lane. And Empire just unable to do anything at the moment without that anti-mage. Not even wanting to move forward or jump in at this point. It's a little bit too risky.
They 3-0'd that fight with a Laguna Blade on a creep instead of the Undying. I think it was. Or maybe he got Glimmer Cape off. That's possible as well, because there's no Ags yet, right? No. So it could have been that. It just looked like the Laguna did no damage, and they still took him 3-0 there. Mana Void from Anti-Mage was not enough to bring down key heroes. And
there's an Axe on Lina off the back of that fight. Manta style complete on KP. They're going to look for the tier 2 on the top lane. Still 20 seconds before Silence back on his Anti-Mage.
Level 2 track is pretty good when you find 3 kills and a couple towers and barracks. Get a lot of money.
And it's going to be back. The question is, do MVP want to stick around or get themselves out? It looks like they're happy with backing up at this point.
They claimed so much right there. You need to just grab the items. Now, so here's the problem, right? He went for the butterfly to try to counter out the PO and the Death Ward and the Spirit Breaker. Aghanims at the same time. QO is level 16 exactly. This will deal 950 pure to an anti-mage who has 1600 health. If he drops to half, he's dead. And there's no defensive mechanism apart from, you know, really, really timing dependent ones in the Snowball and a defensive Nightmare, which are very difficult to pull off. This does not bode well for Team Empire.
MVP still hanging around here, ready to move in with this creep wave. See what they can do. Febby just getting the tracks in. QM March ready to lead forward here. Have Empire got what it takes to defend against this push from MVP? You're just hitting away here. The tier 3s looking at the sigil. It's a very, very tense bit here for Empire. They've got to do everything they can to hold onto their base. They're losing it slowly but surely. Kyo just sits there without attack range, hitting away. Now with the Yules onto Bane. They might try and fight this, but Silent jumps straight in first. Cast Pro now onto Silent, and now the Death Force dropped out. They need to get themselves out or cancel this one. But they get, oh! He's just able to blink himself out. They will lose. Or no, always want to fly is actually able to live for a short amount of time. Ends up dying to the Dragon Slave. Now KP moving forward onto lower dust. Silent's trying to help him though. Looking for KP. Silent, what can he do on the anti-mage? He's done quite a lot to KP. Oh, Manifold finishes up KP and Silent. He's looking for more. He's trying to find QO. He'll get it. The Aegis is going to be pulled here for the leader, but March is still a fight. Febby's going to go down there to Resolution. Double kill for Silent. QO is back up. Can they kill QO? I think they can. Moving in with Yoku. Resolution. Silent pops the back to there. Oh, the Bloodstone deny will come out. But nonetheless, Empire defending the base there. And Silent doing a hell of a lot of work there for the team.
It's so crucial they kill the creep that KP was porting in on with his buyback boots of travel. If PL comes back into that fight, the outcome of that could have been so much different, Empire. It's really important here that they stay focused and do manage to hold their top tier 3 tower, but it did cost them. I can't remember how many heroes. I think they bought back both the TA as well as one more? Was it only TA? Just TA?
No, yeah, it was just the TA now.
And there were actually 2 buybacks on the Dire, both Bounty and PL buying back to no avail. So a good hold here for Empire, and I think now Silent should have buyback gold for the next fight. So
yes,
this one is not over yet.
Mid-lane KP and Febby eyeing him up again. Look at that up and down graph, back towards 0. Real back and forth game here between these two sides. Empire doing what they can to stay in. Resolution starting to get some damage online. Has the Demon Edge coming up to 2k gold here as well. So we'll start to see him hit very hard in the next fight. He might be able to do quite a bit against Witch Doctor, who, as we're seeing, with the Death Wars causing so much havoc. Lena's actually going to go and pick up a Blink Dagger here as well. So we're going to have that extra chase down and escape potential here from, of course, QA.
I think MVP realized that the win condition is to catch out AM. And with a Blink Dagger on Lena, they can get a surprise jump. And Lena herself can take 2/3 of Anti-Mage's health. Oh, actually,
he's got a Reaver. He's got a Reaver.
He doesn't buy back again. Are you kidding? How ice cold can you be in an elimination match?
He's going for
to go for this right now instead of having a buy. I do not believe it. I think this is absolutely
Resolution. He's got the blink just in time. I mean, March, is he going to continue for this one with Febby? No. Tier 2 still standing. A little bit too risky for him to dive that deep. But nonetheless, just forcing the TA back out of the jungle. Still, I mean, this going to be tough. Now picking up the Solar Crest. Okay, so I'm probably going to have that ready for the next engagement when it does kick off. And Silent's still very much at the top of the net worth. 23,000 here on him. So he's still got a lot to do. There's 36 minutes in MVP. They've found a set of racks and they're looking for more now.